Hi, my name is Terry Lee from Sweet Pea Papers in the Sweet Pea Papers Facebook group. This is video 5 in our Memories of the Meadows series, and it is my design team project for the collaboration between Collage Type and Tatty Treasure. Now, we're going to take a quick break before we do page 5. I finally got kit 4 in, and that's most of the ephemera. Let me go through it real quick. We've got a to-do list and notes, and then 2 pretty pages. They're all hooked together, so I'm going to use it as a folded page. Then we've got 2 file folder cards and some, ephemera. We've got 3 big rulers and 3 cards, one of which has a circle, and we might be using this circle one. I'm going to try to use the cards. As you know, we're almost done with the book, and so some of the bigger items we may not be able to use, but this one I am going to try to use if I can cut the circle out. And here's some beautiful fussy cut flowers. Let me hold those up for you. Lovely field flowers. Here's 2 larger circles. These 2 are close enough together that you could fold them in half. The circles are the same size. And then here's some ephemera circles. Those would be good for clusters. We should be able to use those. And then here's some more ephemera. The papers in the kit, the main papers, did remind me of the William Morris kit that Nanine had done, and here's a William Morris tag, so I guess it is in the same spirit of that. And then here's some additional ephemera that we can stick on the pages. Here's some additional cards. I wonder if this would fit in that one oval one. I'll have to test it and see. And then we have some words. These are tags. They have little holes in them. Maybe we could hang a couple from some bulb pins. We'll see. Here's a larger card that can be folded or cut into 2 cards. Here's some tabs. Of course, now we've already made our own tabs on a couple of them, but these are big enough that we could put them over those tabs if we wanted to. And here's a pretty little border and a pretty ruler with torn ends. And then last but not least is another circle card that can be folded in half, and another writing card that can be folded in half, and then some little rectangles that would be great for clusters, and some more circles. So that's kit 4. Somehow I printed on 2 sides. I'll bet this one is from kit 3, and I accidentally printed it on both sides. It was still in the printer, I'll bet. So anyway, that's kit 4. There's still bonus pages to come. Look at this. Look at me go. There's still bonus pages to go that I haven't received yet, but I will show those in the flip through in video 6. Okay, so I'm going to put you on hold. We're going to get our papers together for page 5. And there's enough going on in page 5. I think we'll only be able to do that in this video. And then, like I said, we'll do page 6. And then we'll do the flip through. Sorry, crash bang me with getting the board out of the way. So I will see you in just 1 second. Okay, here we go. Are you guys ready for this one? There's lots of moving parts, so I'm going to kind of talk a little bit fast. I have inked and stamped 2 of the invitation-sized envelopes off camera. I've cut and inked the paper off camera. And the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to attach one of the envelopes to the page. Paper clips galore. Now, there's going to be several. Well, it shouldn't be too bad. Let's get the book out of the way. We're on page 5, which is the page behind the back page in our never-ending book. can't remember. I don't know. They also stand up. But I like to call them never-ending books because you can just keep folding it back and forth and back and forth. Okay, so we're going to glue this to the paper. And I'm thinking that we want to do it in the center. Yeah, I think so. Hadn't really thought about that until just this second. I've been very busy off camera. I just want you to know it's taken me several hours to get this done. I cut out a bunch of the new ephemera. I don't know how much of it we're going to use because we're doing such a smaller, well, not a small project, but a smaller sized project. And we just need to decorate. Get up there. We just need to decorate 5 pages. Well, technically 4 pages because we have the cover in the back, but I think we're going to maybe do a little bit of decorating on there as well. It just depends. They're a little busy. Probably the cover, I would say, if anything. Now we're going to take another envelope and we're going to attach it this way. So we're doing the double flip out. Now watch this take 20 minutes. No, I'm kidding. It's just we've got a couple of pockets. I was watching a friend do a live last night, Teresa from Timeless Paper Treasures, and she reminded me of a couple of pockets that I had known about for the longest time, and of course promptly forgot about. There are so many different things that we can do as junk journalers that sometimes we forget the simplest ones that we've known for the longest amount of time. So now we want to put a magnet here because we're going to want to hold all of this together. So let's put that in. Getting low on magnets again. Then we're going to want one for the back of the paper. Set those out of the way. Okay, so let's get a piece of tape. I was going to print these envelopes, but then I realized quickly that that was not going to work. You can't overlap them like this. Well, you could actually, but I don't think they would look as good. Oh, I was like, what did I do? I forgot this page was printed on the back. We're already going to have enough busyness going. That's why we're not using the printed side of the page, not because there's anything wrong with the image. I like the image, as a matter of fact. It just so happens that the back side needed to be the front side. Okay, now that we have the magnets on here, we're going to cut this one to be a side pocket. Now, I know that I can cut in a straight line. Do I trust myself to cut in a straight line? No, I do not. So let's line that up on there and do that. And then you might need to ink a little bit on the end again, which I think I will. I over-inked this. I forgot we weren't doing them that dark around the pages, and so I kind of inked them a little dark compared to the rest of the book. But yowza! Hopefully, between my shirt cuffs and all the paper, we're gonna see. Even I'm getting confused. Okay, so I wrote down add stationery. I have no idea what that means. Oh, to the side pocket. We're going to put a card in here instead. The edge of this is facing out, so we can put a, sure, I know where it is. I know where the page is. So we can actually put a tab with a charm on this card, I think. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. We may just have it stick out that far so that we can pull it out. We'll have to look at it and see. So I'm not sure having the tab with a charm stick out right here where we're going to tie it is going to be the way we want to go. Okay, so now we're going to skip over the adding the stationery part. I'm going to add a card off camera. So we're going to paper the envelopes at this time, and I'm going to put everything on pause again. There's no reason for you to watch me paper 4 sides of these cards these envelopes, because you've seen me do it before. So I'm going to put you on hold again. Okay, so I've got everything papered. I still don't have a card in here yet. This part is going to be simple. We're just going to put this on here. I love this William Morris type print on there. And then we'll put this here. And then I've got some liquid pearls, and I think I'll probably put one on each corner when we're to the point where I can let that lay out and dry, which will be after the videos are done, to make it look like it's, you know, being held on there. Now we're going to put this on down here because we're going to put it on as a pocket. I didn't put acetone. I didn't put acetate on here just because it was so shiny that I thought we would lose this image behind it. I did ink it, and I cut it out with scissors after using the pokey tool to poke a hole through the middle of the circle. So we're gonna make sure that we've got our top, and then we're going to glue around. Yes, I lived in the South for many years. You'd not know it now, except, well, you wouldn't know it now, except for sometimes I don't speak English so good. Not to say people in the South don't speak English good, but I mean without an accent. I don't think I have an accent anymore, but you guys can put in the comments whether you think I do or not. Okay, so then I'll make a card, unless one of our pre-made cards will fit in there. We can put some ephemera on it. Well, if it's trimmed down just a little bit once the glue dries. So we'll keep that in mind. I don't think I need 2 paper clips on there. Possibly one was trying to escape. Oh, because I had these pockets paper clipped on here. So now, on this page here, any of you who saw the big circle probably know what I'm going to do. And unfortunately, I didn't move the plate over and have this in the exact center. So I think what I'm going to do is flip this over, and we're going to fold the sides in to where they meet in the center. This is easier to do with typing paper than it is with cardstock. Maybe I shouldn't have got so cocky. Okay, so we're going to do that. I don't think that's exactly in the center. Let's be eclectic. Well, that turned out well. Kind of neat, writing on one side and the flowers on the other. Okay, then we're going to open this back up. And we're going to fold the bottom up part way. Not all the way to the center. Just part way. I may not have folded that up far enough, but we'll just use a taller. Okay, so you want to crease that there. You want to open it up, and it's kind of hard to see, but you're going to have a little triangle area on either side. And you're going to want to cut just the line right here on either side. If I remember how to do this correctly. You know, because all of last night till now. It is really hard, despite the lines, to see the line, because it's not right on the lines. So the lines are a bit distracting. Okay, now that we've done that, we can fold these two back in. Let's get a good fold on those. And we can fold this up. Except I need to trim that a little bit because I didn't cut it quite straight. Yeah, see, you can see my fold. You won't see it. It's going to be hidden, but it's just enough that it's not folding up. The dangers of using that type of a pattern on the back. There we go. I'm going to fold this up. And then you fold these back. You want everything to be square or round, as the case may be. Now the problem with getting this off center is I believe I'm going to have one pocket bigger than the other, or one tuck bigger than the other. Okay, so now what I want to do is I want to glue this shut. So the only thing I have to do is to glue down either side here. I definitely need to thin my glue. You can thin Fabri-Tac with acetone. You know, when you're not putting acetone on your images. Duh. So we just need to close this up to make a pocket. I think what I was going to put in there is going to get swallowed up. So I'll have to make a card. And then you want to glue these two on the bottom. And then you'll have the little tucks there. So you just want to put a little piece of glue here, or a little bead of glue across here. Like that. It just really does not want to cooperate. And then the other one like this. Can't believe I remembered this. Can't believe I forgot it. It makes the cutest little freestanding flat mailer as well. You can stuff it. Stuff it if you like. Okay. Yeah, see, flipping that over made all the difference in the world. You have to kind of look at your pattern. And I had made a mistake when I cut it, but now that in hindsight, it actually worked out better that the flowers were on the edge. Okay, so now, let me show you with this. So now we have a pocket here, we have a pocket here, and we have 2 tuck spots here. So we're going to glue this to the page. Hopefully it will fit. Just a little too tall, isn't it? If I'd have folded it up a little farther at the bottom, you know, it's a little off size. Let's see. If we glue it all the way down here, it's still going to be, but what does that look like? You know, we could do, I really don't want to do it, but what we could do, and it's totally my fault, I didn't fold this up far enough. If I'd have folded it up a little bit further, it would have been perfect. Woulda, shoulda, coulda, is that I can trim the semicircle across the top off. Which is neither here nor there. I mean, we can still call it a nifty fold. Cut it off right there. Yeah, except it's crooked. Remember, I folded it a little crooked. I'm going to go straight across this line. Boy. No. I'm not. I'm going to glue it as far down as possible. And that little bit is going to stick out. And you know what we could do? We could poke a hole in that and put a ribbon on it like we meant for it to stick out. How about that? That seems like a better idea. Let's put it in the center. Because I really like where it is. It's right where I wanted it to be. Wonder what this is going to do to our magnet. Boy, it's a close call on that. It's not big enough to put on the page, and the element I have set aside for the page is going to be bigger. Maybe we can put it on page 6. But I don't want to. If I have to, I'll put a Velcro dot. We're going to have to put a Velcro dot on the CD cover that we made, because in my infinite wisdom, I put the magnet somewhere on there, and I have no idea where, and it's not staying shut. So, yeah, let's just put it on there. I've decided. Should we put it on as a pocket? That was what I had originally planned before I made it too big. You know. Ha 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 ha. Good old Fabri-Tac to the rescue. Fabri-Tac that takes a while to dry. Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to trim this again. Oops. Sorry about that noise. And like I said, it doesn't really matter. It's going to be up behind. The only thing that it matters is that you have enough room to fold it up. So we're just going to fold this up further. And let's see, what are we going to do with our tuck spots? We're going to leave them there. They will cover the line. We're just going to make ours different. Yes. Okay. So let's do that. Yay, Fabri-Tac. And then we'll take one of the little border pieces and put it across the bottom. That's what we're going to do. One of those little thin ones. And with the ephemera. That will cover our mistake. We will be covering our tracks in effect. Okay, we're going to need to switch over to a new video, and we'll be back in just 1 second. Okay, now we're just going to glue that on the page. Let's see. Use the green one? No. Let's use the pink one, if it's wide enough. Which I think it is. Once again, laugh at me if you will, but I cannot cut a straight line at all, ever. So let's glue this on here. We have this much small ephemera more than we had before. So I didn't ink it. I wasn't going to ink all of it because A, I can use it in other kits. Whether they're in another collage. What is with my words? Another collaboration between Tanya and Nanine, or they are of neutral color, so I could use them in something else completely. Now what moved? That's what moved. I wasn't going to put it all the way down. Oops, probably off camera. Just got it close up so I can see what I'm doing. But obviously I can't see what I'm doing, otherwise I would not have made that rookie mistake. And you want to make sure that you ink the circle inside and out before you start. I did remember to do that. Okay, now I'm going to glue it down as a pocket. It remains to be seen if it will be used as a pocket, but we've got it as a pocket already. And it's rounded right there. I'm not drunk, I promise. Drunk on power. But we've got it as a pocket if we want it. So I'm going to need to make little things. I'll take some of these and tuck them here and there. We won't be doing very much of the ephemera on camera. On this side over here, I thought I'd put this as a pocket, but now that I look at that, I don't think I like it. So I'm glad that I kept my tan colored ones to the side. They can put ephemera on that and dress it up a little bit, but you can't dress down that loudness with that. And this matches that. Did not plan that. Didn't think about it ahead of time, but it does. So I think I'll put that there and glue it as a tuck. And then, oh, then I could use this pocket here, I believe. So let's put this one here as a tuck. Me and this glue are going to go round and round, I'm telling you. It's going to be thinned before the next set of videos, that's for sure. This allows us to put a bigger card in. We could make a card out of this, actually, and put it in there. But we've also got these cards. And we have these, which aren't very big, but could be put together with the tan ones. Anyway, I will figure something out. There's some cards that I didn't cut out in kit 4, the ephemera kit. That would possibly work as well. But as you know, we need to have me make cards off camera now that you've already seen me do them, you know, on the first 4 pages. Okay, so we're gonna, I'd like to see what this looks like, because this is similar enough that I think it might be okay. You know, the colors. So let's just hold those two to the side. And let's cover this up for just a second. Keep the liquid pearls out to remind myself to go back and do that. Okay. So now this pocket is fairly simple. We're just going to fold the paper in half. And we're going to see how tall we want it. This is another one of those foldy things. So normally I have this up higher. But I think I want it to be larger on the page. So I think I'm going to fold it here. And then okay, and you want to bone folder it. We are going to be doing some gluing, obviously. All you need to do is to fold. Well, that's why you want it farther up, isn't it? No matter. You want to fold this back to here, which is not going to work now. It's all right. Once again, it's because it's so wide. Okay, then we're going to fold this back. As well. Now this is by no means the way you're supposed to do it. As far as the folding. I mean, you're supposed to, but see, you're supposed to fold it all the way back like that. But we can't do that. Well, we could, couldn't we? What would happen if we did? Nothing. Except we'd have a whole lot of tan. Well, we still have to ink everything. I don't know though. I'm thinking I might like it up here better. I'm just gonna make a play on an old theme. Let's make it come to the even to the top of the other one right here. And then we're going to do the same thing up here. So much for making it look easy, huh? I just wanted the least amount of tan possible. And, okay. So now we're going to ink everything, which will make it look better. Well, we can just open it up. Isn't that a right mess? And ink all the folds and all the edges. I should have gone ahead and inked the larger, just the paper itself all the way around. Normally, you wouldn't make one this big, you know, using a whole sheet of paper. Normally. And that might be part of it too. But you know me. Go big or go home. Go big and make it up as you go. That's what it is. Go big and make it up as you go. Okay, so now let's see which folds we need to ink. Okay, these two folds have been inked. This needs to be inked. Did I not ink the back side? I just missed some folds. Okay, so we've got that. Got that. This goes in here. Okay, so we need to ink this. Okay. This just does not look inked to me. I know I inked it. I know I inked it. And then this is going to fold down. So we need to ink this. Now, when we put this on the page, we need to glue here, excuse me. That said, this call is from your eye doctor, reminding you it's time to get your eyes examined. At least it wasn't from my head doctor telling me it was time to get my head examined. Anyway, we want to glue this shut here. And if we do it right, which, as you can see, by the way, I've done the last two. Let's see. And then we're going to need to hold it. And then we're going to need to glue this to here. Talk about recovering from boo-boos. Boy. I definitely should have paid more attention to tea last night. This is in my book of firsts, this pocket. I used regular note paper, typewriter paper. Makes the folds much easier, I might add, than 65-pound cardstock. Okay. Then I want to glue this right here. Or do I? Once we glue it down to the page, yeah, I need to glue this down. Then we'll see how many pockets and tucks we end up with. We'll have a few. Let's manhandle this down a little bit. And get our glue to glue. Yeah, I'm not sure this magnet's going to fly. Okay, now we're going to glue this on the page as a tuck. You knew I was going to say that, didn't you? So let's put it down here, gluing the two long sides. I think I might want to do this one more time right here. See if we can get it to lay a little bit flatter. Yeah, I think these thicker folds right here are going to do in our magnet. I don't know, though. Depends on where the magnet is. It's right here. So, actually, if we plan that a little bit better... No, it's not going to hold. We're going to need to put a Velcro dot. We'll have to put it over here to where it touches here. Okay? I don't know if you can see. Let's glue this. So we'll make a big writing card. Then we've got some tags that we can use to fill in the rest. We don't need to custom make anything, I don't think. We just need to go through our ephemera and get some out. I know that in this spot right here, we're going to put the one from Kit 4, which is our, I made a little decorative paper clip, if you want to call that decorative, I guess. I did have to glue it. That satin ribbon does not want to stay tied. And so I folded it in such a way so that it's writing on one side. And then your to-do list and your notes are on the other side. And then the 2 decorative pages are on another side. So I just cut it out all as one piece, and I scored it at all those marks, and then just keep folding it until you get this picture on the front. You're going to have a little bit of a lip if you folded it just a little bit crooked like I did. But apparently that's the theme for today's video. So we're going to put it here. No, that's too small. We're going to put it here. There we go. We'll put it here. And then we'll put a bigger, you know, I don't know about that. I'm not sure I like it here now. Yeah, we're going to have to put this somewhere else. Well, it almost fit in there. It would if we cut the top off, but then we lose our notes and our to-do list. If we cut the bottom off, we lose our flowers. Well, we don't lose all of them. A definite possibility of putting that in there. And trimming it down. Plus, who's to say that losing the notes and the to-do list and not just having all this as writing and putting ephemera on it would be the way to go. It's all totally up to your taste, I would think. Okay? So let's just, yeah. So as you can see, after the construction of this page, there's still a lot left to do. There's a lot of cards. There's tuck spots to fill, and there's ephemera to be added, and yeah, all kinds of stuff like that. So even though I spent 3 hours prepping for this, believe it or not, even though it turned out into a hot mess, not really. It just took a little finagling, that's all. I haven't done them in a long time. And then there's still you know, maybe some custom-sized note cards that you're going to end up having to make. For now, we're going to put on this back side, we have 4 minutes left. No need to start a new video, so it'll be an hour. So we'll get this done pretty quick. I'm thinking, put these as a tuck spot. So I think I'm going to try, I think I can fit all 3 on here. Yeah, sure I can. Okay, so I'm just going to glue these on here as a tuck spot. So I'll glue this one to this one. Now I don't want to cover the flowers, so I'm going to go ahead and glue this one to this one. Well, no, I'm most certainly not going to go through all that. All right, suffice it to say, I'm going to glue these on as a tuck spot. So, let's do it this way. I want this one to show. So let's glue it on. I've made a decision. Okay, then we're going to glue this one up under, like so. You know, what if we did that? and did it. This way is a tuck spot. Well, that would be different, wouldn't it? Different is good. Let's see, there's a right side up with this. In just a minute, we're going to have to start another video, and we're going to go over 5 or 6 minutes. Maybe not that much. Or do I want, no, I want this one on top. And this one here. And now these coincidentally worked out to be 2-inch hole punch. Just so you know. They're from Kit 4. The reason I'm bringing this down a little bit is so that it's even with that down there. Alright, let's go over to a new video and we'll finish right up. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and glue this one on. This is my misprint. Actually, do you remember I thought it was from this kit? I had one last piece of paper from a different kit by the name that I'm doing as a design team project that I wanted to print on the back of, still in the printer to print on the back, and I mistakenly printed Kit 4, one of the pages on front of it, from this project by Nanine and Tanya. So, okay. So that'll work. I like that. And just set it like that till the glue dries. We can come up with a different card as well. Plus we can put some, that's kind of interesting. Let's wait for the ink to dry on that, huh? Now we got to put this whole thing in our book. I fear this is going to be too thick. For our book. Because our book isn't that thick right now. I should have thought about the thickness of this pocket along with the thickness of the double envelope. Now, you know what we could do. I tell you what, instead of Velcro dotting anything, we could put a ribbon under it and tie it shut on top. Let's see, I'm looking at it from the side. See, that's not so bad. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Okay. I don't feel like messing around with cutting halves and whatnot. Let's just put some glue across the center. We didn't even have to do that. It's underneath. All we had to do is tape it. We could just tape it. Of course, it might slide. So gluing it in addition is a good idea. You know what I mean? It could slide out from under the tape. So the glue is a good idea. Okay? Could have covered my ink a half an hour ago. All right. Get this stuff out of the way. Then we'll set this. Let's cut the ribbon. There's a winner. Let's cut the ribbon. Did I leave enough room? And leave extra on this end though. We're not going to leave it that long, but I'm just saying, because that way I can see, you know, I may have to loop it a certain way. See, by the time we took cards and stuff in here, it's going to be kind of heavy. Magnet, Velcro, I don't think either one was going to hold. I think we're just going to have to tie it shut. Okay, so let's glue it on. Every time I see that, I'm like, I'm not, what am I gluing? So, is the magnet really holding anything closed? No. So let's keep this magnet off. Let's rescue one. The other one's already papered in there. But we can save one. Look at that though. It's just not enough. You know what I mean? It's just, it isn't enough. It's enough to grab, but it isn't enough to hold it shut. Okay. So the page has eaten a magnet. Almost want to move that over just I just wanted it to be more even. You know, the ends to be more even in length. Because that's what that means, more even in length. Looked like a football call or something, didn't it? Off sides. Much better. Much better. I'm not sure if I like that final fold pocket on the back. I think it turned out better in my head than it did in reality. I think that if I hadn't had to redo the whole page, pockets, circles, cutouts, that other crazy pocket, all over again, I might have either tried to take it out or do it over. I like the idea of it, and I will probably like it more once it's in the book. Make sure your ribbon's flat and going in the direction you want it to go in. Make sure it's still straight. See how we had that little bit of play. So yeah. It's going to be a little goofy because the ribbon comes in from all the way from over here. But that's all right. Because you can see the page is totally left heavy. So what we'll do is I will bring some of the weight back over here, maybe use one of those ruler ephemeras. Not this particular one, even though it matches the flowers in there. Okay, so we can put this ruler ephemera here, and you can see right away it brings the balance back. And then, you know, we can do something else in here to help bring the balance back. Plus, there's going to be cards here. So, you know, that'll make it look even heavier over here. So we're going to we're going to put smaller things down here. We're not going to take advantage of the tucks. It'd just be too much. So I think what we'll do is I'll put a big card back here. I mean, big as in this way. That will help with our balance. Because if it goes this way, it'll carry your eye. Your eye goes from top to down to up. So if you can make it think that it's supposed to go that way, then it will. So we'll make a big card. It's going to cover up part of our ruler. Then we'll make another card and maybe make it taller. And then just two smaller elements. Okay? We'll keep this small. Put a small card here. Put a small card there. Definitely not put this in here. That's just too heavy again. It's not quite big enough. just want to see the size. Because I definitely don't want that card. What about this? You know, there's no law that says I have to push it all the way down in there, is there? Okay, so we got that pocket, and we've got this little pocket, and our 2 tucks, which we can just stick little stamps in. And that's that. And then our fold here. I totally wish I had done this over here. I'm just saying. Yep, too late now. Our Fabri-Tac time has passed. The magic golden Fabri-Tac hour. Okay, so that's our page, such as it is. So that means that's our video. And I will obviously do some work on this off camera. And then we'll do page 6. And we will try to keep it down to a dull roar. And see if we can maybe get a little bit of ephemera in, you know, attachment in before we run out of time in our last video of the series. Okay? All right. I will see you in the next video. That will be just a second for you and a day for me. Okay, bye-bye.